How about this?
What's up?
Who is your favorite Patrick or St. Patrick in the sports world? Right? Since we are a sports show, we might as well talk about that and connect the two together. I'll start off,
Okay.
just so that, and you can go anywhere from where I come from on this particular topic. I'm going to say Dan Patrick. You know, since we are broadcasters here, right? Dan Patrick should be at least recognized, I think, by us, one of us. So I'll do it.
Okay.
A former colleague, a friend, and certainly somebody that I've looked up to, and was the guy, along with Keith Olbermann, who really set the stage and set the table as far as how we still do sports today. The way they revolutionized their approach and the way the presentation of sports on SportsCenter with the Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
No one had ever done it the way they had done it, and bringing humor the way they brought it into the show, and the writing and their reading of highlights. People, to this day, in my opinion, no one's ever done it any better than those two guys. So I'll go with my shout out to Dan Patrick.
Okay.
Who, by the way, that's not his real name. It's Dan Pugh.
Is it really?
Dan Pugh is his real name. Yeah.
Huh.
Played basketball at Dayton.
That's right.
And his father was a professor there. I think a computer science professor at Dayton University, so University of Dayton. So anyway, it all works together as far as March Madness. Dan has some connections to that.
Okay. I have a lot of favorite Patricks. My grandmother's maiden name is Patrick Quinn. So shout out to my grandmother, who is definitely my favorite Patrick derivative. But I want to give a shout out to Patrick Riley, Pat Riley of the Heat, and what this
You rarely
Heat
hear
team.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Pat, right? So, but I'm going to
Yep.
give him a little bit of a pat on the back. First of all, this is a pretty Irish name, Pat Riley.
Boy.
But just what this Heat have been able to do this season, they started the season 11-30, and they have won 20 of the last 24 games. They're a half back of that 7th and 8th spot in the playoffs. He is absolutely responsible for what's gone on in terms of personnel. Eric Spoelstra is being considered for Coach of the Year, which I 100% agree with what he's been able to do now that Dwayne Wade isn't there, LeBron James leaves. You wonder what's going to happen with this Heat team. They're going to crumble under the pressure of not having these superstars, and that's not the case. They do the exact opposite. They thrive after struggling at the beginning of the season. So a little bit of shout out there to Pat Riley down in Miami.
That's a good call. I like that one. And yeah, it's amazing. If you lose two superstars the stature of LeBron James and Dwayne Wade in recent years, and still have enough there where you're fighting for a playoff spot. And look, I wouldn't count them out at all. I mean, I actually think they are going to make it in. I'll be surprised if they don't make it in to the postseason.
Well, and then all the Chris Bosh health issues too played
true.
into it, and they weren't sure what was going to happen with him. So I give them a lot of credit down there for sure.
All right, I like that.